What's going on YouTube? Flashy here and welcome back to another Apex Legends video. Today we're going to be discussing Bloodhound and how the buffs they received in the recent patch have bumped them up to being an overall really solid pick. First, let's go over what changed. Their tactical ability now has 3 times the amount of scanning range. However, with that, it takes twice as long now to activate it. Originally, it would take 0.4 seconds to activate, but that is now changed to 0.8 seconds. And finally, the scan lasts for 3 seconds now as opposed to 2 seconds. Their tactical got this entire redesign because in the words of Respawn, the intent is for Bloodhound to use their tactical as they are approaching towns pre-combat versus reacting while in a fight. So now, they are much more of a recon character as opposed to a reactionary character, which I think suits them very well. So how does this overhaul to their tactical bump them up to being a strong contender for any ranked squad? Because now, essentially, you have a crypto that can also shoot their weapons. And this ties into Bloodhound's ultimate, Beast of the Hunt, but we'll get into all that later. Since the range on the scan is actually pretty far now, you can always send the Bloodhound in first to scope out the area, find what traps and enemies are waiting in the buildings, and then plan with your squad how you want to attack the situation. For Crypto, outside of using his EMP, he can't really net any damage in that initial scouting phase of the fight. However, Bloodhound is able to get that recon in, and then even throw some grenades or land some well-placed sniper shots before the team moves in. Now this puts your squad at the advantage because not only do you know where the enemies and their traps are, but they're also either healing or starting off the fight wounded. But let's say you go into scout a town, and when you get just far enough away from your team, you get spotted by an enemy and they start focusing you. More often than not, it's time to just get the hell out of that situation, regroup with your team, and begin to plan out your next course of action. Even though you didn't get to scan the enemy squad before they notice you, you still were benefiting your squad by essentially being the bait. While this might sound a bit counterintuitive, Bloodhound is actually a great character to fill this role because of his ultimate. The second you pop it, you can get that 30% movement speed and you're out of there before the enemy can even reload. Since the ultimate lasts about 35 seconds and you even get an additional 5 seconds per knock, you now have enough time to wrap around the enemy squad, flank them from behind while your team is pressuring them from the front where you just were 10 seconds ago. So essentially, Bloodhound is now able to recon an entire area, then go from defensive retreat to offensive onslaught and vice versa within seconds. Alright, so now that we know some good ways to play the character, let's get into some loadouts that I found work really well with their kit. First up is for the more offensive players who specialize in movement. This is for when you want to use the ultimate to get up to the enemy squad's face and outstrafe 1v3 them. And for that, the classic wingman peacekeeper setup works great. If you can pair this playstyle with as many ultimate accelerants as you can hold, you can rack up some serious damage. This also works really well with the recent patch to inventory and backpack space because now you have more space in your inventory, so that means that you can hold even more ultimate accelerants and use your ult even more. So while yes, they are great at getting up in the enemy's team's face and causing complete mayhem, Bloodhound is also a great distance hunter. Getting on the outskirts of a town, scanning for enemies, and then taking out a sniper rifle for some well-placed devastating shots can set your team up for some very quick and easy squad wipes. Not only that, but when using a sniper scope during your ultimate, it essentially turns any scope into the legendary 4x by 10x. Every enemy is still outlined in red and you can clean up some easy kills on enemies trying to escape through smoke or anything like that. So the second loadout that I've been using for this character would be a charge rifle and an R99 submachine gun. So I actually just put out a video talking about why the charge rifle is great in Season 4, I'll link that down in the description, but it pairs really well with Bloodhound because it gives you this opportunity to be pinpoint accurate at long ranges, which really helps create openings when utilizing this playstyle. Match this up with an R99 for those close range mix-ups when an enemy team gets to jump on you. That way you're still laying down some serious damage, even if you're opting for this more slow-paced, accuracy-focused playstyle. All in all, what's so fun about Bloodhound is that you can use any setup you like. The new buffs to this legend really open up a whole new set of doors on how to maximize your efficiency and damage output with them. But with that said, that about wraps up today's Apex Legends video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm interested in hearing your guys' thoughts on the Bloodhound buff, so be sure to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you like this character now? Are you still not really using this character? Have you been using this character since day one? Let me know down below. If you want to see my life behind the scenes, you can check out my Instagram. The link will be down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm